Hello, everybody, and welcome. And the stream is starting, and we are live. Welcome, everyone, to SquareWorks Media's World Sunday sermon stream. The purpose of today's stream and the purpose of when I do these streams on Sunday, now with school coming up, I won't be able to do this series every Sunday, but let me explain the idea behind this stream series and why I came up with it first before anything else. It is in no way intended, and I'm saying this sincerely and wholeheartedly. It's no way intended to be a troll or a sneak diss or make fun of or copy or steal anything from Mike. I know sometimes he does sermon streams. This is going to be basically, I created the name of this stream series for only Sundays to detail like what is YouTube, what could it be used for greatly, and all that type of stuff. And so I designated this day my day to like preach and talk, and that's why I named it that. Okay, I want everyone to understand that from the jump, and that's true. Vapor Maven or chucking smoke. It's actually chucking clouds, and I'm not going to look at this community post. I've got a show to do, but if that motherfucker's in Kennett, then that's great. Let him show. Go ahead. If he's not such a pussy, show himself fully wherever over there, because I have a feeling the prosecutor of Dunklin County would be interested in listening to what he had to say the other night. Anyways, so Storm, we take care of that guy just because of his name. I got to screenshot it. All right. So basically, because I entered phase 3 and I purged, I said last night, purging these people from, well, I am purging them and moving it to, and it's not going to be every Sunday that this is where I'll be talking or dealing with this stuff or having any react, because I'm not going to be giving them reactions that they want on this Sunday. This is what they've not wanted, I promise you, for a long, long time. And they're going to bitch and piss and cry and moan that, oh, look, he said he would stop talking. He's no. I'm not talking just about y'all. I'm talking about YouTube in general. What is the topic of today's sermon, people? I'm going to illustrate it on here on the screen. Just a second. If you'll just give me a second. I want y'all to be thinking about what this question really means in its entirety. Why do we use, and if you will, excuse me, I've got to get my I feel like almost back to the days whenever I was in vacation Bible school and I had to do practice preaching. And I stood at the podium and lectern. That's why I made the channel art the way it is. Look, guys, I am in no way an ordained minister or anything. I do have training in Reiki, and I do have esoteric knowledge, and I'm considered somewhat of a, not a neophyte, or a little bit more, I forget the levels, more than an adept of esoteric knowledge. Sorry, lack of words this morning. I'm drinking some watermelon juice. Hopefully it gives me some clear thinking. You know what? Before I finish this last sip of watermelon juice, I think I'm going to take just 2 of these Genius plant-based, or you know what? I'm just going to take one. Just going to take one. A dab. One will do you. Maybe one will be enough. Just to help give me a little caffeine kick, THC, herbs, and focus. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. This show is not sponsored by, but the show is wanting to sponsor and promote a product that I found and I think other people would enjoy liking. If you have school coming up or you require clear focus and you are a medical marijuana patient and live in the certain states, look up 1906 New Highs, or yeah, I believe it's 1906newhighs.com. And this is it. This is their Genius one. They have one for love, chill, the morning, waking up, one for sleep, one for energy as well. And this is the Genius one, which is for brain power. And these are plant-based medical marijuana drops. So they're plant-based. They look like pills, but they're in the shape of these little bitty drops. They're like a teardrop almost, like a drop of water or whatever. And you just take 2 of them at a time. I'm only taking one, you know. Okay. So now that I explained that, let me turn the camera off. And yes, I know I haven't changed my shirt from last night. I haven't gotten ready this morning for anything. I don't need to. So therefore I'm not dirty because I showered yesterday morning. I'm going to shower again this morning. So get off my jock, screen recorders. I know you're in here. Okay. So this question, why do we use and participate on this platform on YouTube? By now, a lot of you may have thought of several answers, but I want to challenge you to rethink all the answers you're thinking of and settle on this one simple answer. Okay? Are you ready? I'm about to put it up. Well, let me keep it up. Sorry. That is the reason to broadcast ourselves. Does that mean that the focus is purely attention driven, or some may say narcissistic? Could be. Is it supposed to be? No, I don't think that's what it was founded on. This platform was founded so that anyone in the world, more or less, especially anyone in our country, could start a channel and could start giving their opinions on real life things, things related to a product or a group thing that people enjoy doing, like cosplay for different themes and what. I mean, there are so many uses and communities that when I was subscribed to Ryan Upchurch in April, Of course, I've been sub longer since then. But it was Ryan's Upchurch in April when I first watched Harry Goblet and the Chamber of Cigarettes or whatever, you know. That was one of the first Goebel videos. So one would argue that therefore the people I started to subscribe to and meet, such as Uncle Will, Father and Son Reacts, shout out to them, and Uncle Will. Another one of Peanut Hawk, shout out to Peanut Hawk. Everybody knows who Peanut Hawk's channel is. I found and then I found Johnny Goebel, of course. And I found Johnny Cashville. Of course, I already was subscribed to him. I just didn't realize that he was. I never really realized he was Ryan's manager. Okay. I mean, I knew he knew Ryan. I didn't know he was like a manager for Ryan. And I may be wrong on that, just saying. Let me look at the comments too, check in. Hello, Miss Delilah. Hello, James. Hello, everybody. Hello, Miss Jen. Hello, Miss Army. Ominous Shadows needs to be removed, please. Hello, Lord Ludacris. Happy New Year. Ominous Shadows needs to be removed. Anyone y'all see that supports the Workyverse stuff, I mean, really supports it, remove them automatically. I shouldn't even have to say it, please. Okay. So after some of those people, then we got like Mike 12 Point, you know, still a subscriber, him, love Mike 12 Point. Don't care what you say, Johnny, even though I do agree on some things you say, not everything. Who else? A fella by the name of Mr. Fusion TV. He had a bunch of stuff. Let's see. Then we had a guy named Herbal. Someone else is part of the Creek Squad community or people that I was meeting, I thought. Let's see. Could include who am I thinking of? I'm thinking of somebody specific, but Shane, of course, Shane and Iceman. Keith Frazier. I got to meet him or talk to him on here. Straight Shooting. No Life Mike. Army Vet. Triple T. You know, and we'll just leave it with that right now. Let me see. Who else? I see you guys. I got you. Yeah, we can't forget Martin Speaks. So far, I met him too. Father and Son Reacts. I already said them. But Martin Speaks. He's cool. Mr. Deaver. Wade Deaver. Brutally Honest with Wade Deaver. Shout out. Power Stroke. Kansas Rebel Man. Deerdorf. Southern Riot. I almost forgot about her. Who else? Johnny Goble's ex, Britt. Miss Patty. Miss Tamara. All right, and the Gotcha Man. These are all people that here, notwithstanding here lately what's happened and stuff, but here for a while back and for the longest, I thought like all these people were part of Creek Squad, right? Right? Now, I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying now. Certainly, there are people on here that are, and there are probably people on here that I was wrong with. But we came on here to broadcast ourselves because we wanted to be able to give our opinions on things, and we wanted to give. There are so many social issues and complex things facing just our country people right now. People trying to get these crazy people that are teaching in schools and stuff, trying to get our children or people's children and maybe my future children, hopefully, hope to God that it doesn't, but they're trying to get it normalized to where these books talking about drag shows and basically all this grooming type material that they like to call and want to call it just, diversity, LBG. Look, I got nothing against, unlike the Workyverse, Mustard Squirrels, douche community, I don't have anything against people that choose to live the LGBTQ lifestyle. I don't have, there's not a problem that I could think of off the top of my head at all that I've ever had, other than, and it's not even a problem with them. The only issue I've ever had is being bullied and always being called the derogatory word of a homosexual, which they love to press and get under my skin with because they know it happened all my life growing up in school. I get kicked and thrown down the hallway and called that, and couldn't fight back because the dude's twice my size, and it's always been people bigger, and it's no wonder that the same situation is here. It's a bigger group compared to my following and etc. I mean, hell, they can control when I lose about 20 or 40 subs and get filthy up to 700 and me down. That's fine. Why don't you guys just go ahead and all unsub? Because I promise you, your reaction days and things, that you might as well unsub. I mean, I'm not subbed any to you. The ones that I am still that are blocked, that I'm those still subbed. See, that's the whole thing. When you block somebody, you ought to not even be able to sub to them. But I don't know why YouTube's not like that. I have no idea. Maybe if we could get a petition going to ask why they couldn't maybe implement something like that, more Facebook, so people have more protection against cyber mobbing and bullying. I think they're hoping that this new policy rollout will do it, but that just depends on if it's enforced. Because some of these channels monetize, like Fusion, using my face as emojis for all the people that are speaking out, and basically it's hate speech. This is a hate campaign. This is not Square came up to us and we tried to help him, like they say, and he rejected us and shit all over us and everything, so he deserves this. Number one, let's just say shadow of the doubt. Let's say that was the true scenario. They tried to help me in their own way, and because it was in their own way, and they tried to do some fucked up ass tactics and everything else, I bit their hand, right? So now they're trying to say all this is deserved, correct? Okay. So that's true. In any civilized world and nation right now, that doesn't matter. That would not, everybody on the planet, if we took a survey, they would not agree if they could see everything that's happened through my eyes the last 6 months, that this would be warranted, if that even is the case, which it isn't. Not warranted at all. Matter of fact, if anything, people could argue that you've been purposefully trying to get me sent over the edge or back again to relapsing and shit. People could argue that, in which you'll say, oh, he's responsible for it. When you have 100-something people's pressure on you, and you've never had that type of pressure or attention before, yeah, that's big, especially when you're dealing with still newly acquired diagnosed mental health issues and a suicide attempt 3 years ago that almost succeeded, that I had to go to the ICU for. So, no, none of this is justified. Not one single bit or ounce. Mr. Fusion TV, I don't care if the image of my face is free domain, whatever. I don't know the technical aspects of that, but I know based on their policy and based on other people's channels, besides maybe characters that are so widely used that a company bought it, like like that one where the guys are in the crowd and they go, oh, when people get burned, they like to play it at the end of old YouTube videos. Like, that's even in a gift and it's in the free domain. Like, if you use something like that as one of your emojis, that'd be different, because that guy did it. You can't hardly identify him. No one knows who it is. Just like in any other mostly emojis that people upload. Or they don't create that. They create stuff related to their channel. But since y'all's channels are related to fucking hating on and picking on and trying to destroy others, your faces are that of real people, which would be abusive and hateful content, which does fall under against the new guidelines, and you are violating policy. That is why I reported Moses and Rick's stream last night, because they had my face on the thumbnail. They've been talking about me, everything. I didn't even spend more than a minute over there, but long enough to know that they're violating policy. And they're monetized. Or maybe they're not monetized. Maybe they just get all their things that way, because then they're not breaking the policy if they're not monetized, right? Still, though, they are 1,000+ channel going after me, a 600 channel. And you know how Rick and Moses and I's relationship started? I went over to their channel to show support, because when I heard that Durkee was, okay, here's the slippery slope, because I thought at once this was all justified what they do to Durkee. Completely not. When you hear that people have tried to get and lure the girls out just to then dump the girls, they just wanted to get them away from him. I'm not so certain every time it's about safety. Now, this Callie case was certainly, but we even heard on recording saying that she wasn't held there, that she was driving Mama Bo's car. So, but yes, he was abusive. But has every girl that's ever been there that's been lured out, were they abused? And how do we know that for a fact? Or are we just supposed to take it because the great Lord who inspired all these other smaller people that are trying this hate shit now? See, even him, and I don't like to call him the great Lord, I just don't want to say his name to give him any promotion. But even with the videos he makes, at least he wouldn't cross and do some of the things they do. That's the difference, except for the time that I called him and he started getting, like, violent and threatening on the live and everything, and that's why I blocked and never called him again. Scooter wrongfully, I'll say his name, shit, I don't care. He wrongfully assumed that I was needing recovery and everything when I already told him all I was through it. This is why I say that they planned this, not me, Andrea, or not me a part of it. Because I reached out to him and I went over to Rick and Moses' show and I let Rick be on my Facebook. But she didn't add me with her real Facebook account. And I thought, well, maybe that's just, cautionary, and I'll show her I've got nothing to hide. Well, and she denies it even to this day, but I guarantee she got some of the snippets and information from my Facebook while she could freely as a friend. But Ghost, their other troll person in their group, his name is Ghost in a weird font, and he has a little ghost modern-esque logo that's bluish as his channel thing. He has been around since the very beginning. And all he does is like guitar. He records, monitors, gives his input, but he never shows his face or anything. And he does stuff behind the scenes probably we don't know about. Happy New Year, Gene. Glad to have you. This isn't a reaction. This is a sermon, Lord of Chaos. Get Lord of Chaos out of here. Okay, I won't mention names. Sorry, Army. But I have to mention, like, when it comes to fusion, like, I tried to, when I said what I said and learned what I learned, I tried to throw up the white flag Christmas thing again, and he didn't take it. Did that mean what I did afterwards was right? No, it did not. I was 100% wrong, and I will admit that right now and stand by it. And I don't take it lightly. I know I'm going to feel that when I review my life, and it's going to hurt, just like it did when I heard him saying it. But so is all this stuff that people are trying to say I'm playing victim about that they think doesn't hurt me, that really does. One day you're going to have to review your life and feel it too. What are you talking about, No Life Mike? She really what? Who's she? Happy New Year's, Nina. What are you talking about, she? What are you talking about? She really didn't. Are you talking about? I don't. How many times do I got to say it? I don't think that was Andrea that porn bombed me the other day. I only theorized. Golly, if that's what you're talking about, what are you talking about, Army? When you said you have no reason to defend her, I don't even remember talking about any woman just now. But what are you talking about? Oh, Rick. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Rick. I apologize. Almost forgot. I'm sorry. Okay. Even if she didn't, somebody did. They hacked it. They've shown they can hack it because they went through my whole timeline on a video and screen recorded it. These people we know definitely are hacking because every time they're hidden on this channel, like Citizen Z last night, he kept coming back and coming back with the same account. Some people might say, oh, they could have been multiples. No, they have, and they have a thing where they can just get unblocked. These people have access to a hacker or hackers that got type software or know said code tricks that allow them to do this stuff. If they don't, then they know how to clone a shitload of accounts without having to actually go through the actual process of making a new account. Because there's no way you could have that many accounts. I mean, you'd have to have phones and everything else. Like Google makes you verify a phone, and it can't be a text now number. So all you people that have a YouTube account, you do realize that if you didn't put a number in there, your channel wouldn't be growing or anything. And you had to put a real number in there. Now, unless you bought a number and phone for the purpose of doing that and then just destroyed it, okay, that's not smart for long-term channel growth. Whatever, it doesn't matter. But that's just one way they can find out who you are. I may have a rogue mod. Who is the rogue mod? Let me look. I may have to look with my well, here, let me just tell you all who the mods are. And no, there shouldn't be anything rogue because y'all can, as mods, y'all can see what happens. You can see what everybody does and what happens anytime I do it or whatever. Bruce Rivers. I don't know who Bruce Rivers is, but it was Miller, I thought. I don't have any abuse videos and I'm not going down, so shut up. Okay, even I know you delete that, Delilah, but let me tell y'all who the mods are. You tell me if there's any ones that need. We have Stormy, Amy, Anonymous Dude, Black Pox, Nina, Miss Jen, Freedom Keeper, Beachside Redneck, Heather, Straight, Paul Harvey, Army, and Bowling, and that's about it. So I shouldn't have a rogue mod, and if I did, I would have to say, I mean, it'd be one of the people who are hardly ever in here modding. But since Anonymous Dude doesn't seem to have much interest in my channel, it seems, I'll take him off as a mod just to be safe. I don't think he would do anything anyways, though. I want to make that clear. But just to shorten the list some, I'll take him off. And I'll take, I haven't seen Beachside Redneck in here for a while. And I know he hates Ryan and everything, so, and if he still supports PBR, I don't want him as a mod anyways, so I took him out. So we've got a little bit more secure on the mod front. Now it's even a smaller number of mods, y'all. They can't go back to a previous live and unhide somebody because the chat's not active. You're not able to interact with the previous live chats, and that's if they're even displayed. I don't display all of them. Now, right before the streams ended, when everyone's out of here, maybe. And since you brought that up, that's a very good point. I am designating uh, the first person to be Army, second person if she can't, Storm, third person if they can't, Miss Jen, and the fourth person, Delilah. That you guys always stay in here until the stream is fully ended. Fully ended. And I promise, like each month for y'all doing that and helping keep my chat clean, I'll pay you a small fee monthly. I promise. It might just be like 20 or 30 bucks a piece, but it'll be something. I mean, the more smoother streams and people we have in here and more chance I maybe randomly get a donation for some of the work and stuff I'm exposing and doing and things I'm talking about. I mean, the donations are not there for e-begging, Mr. Moses. The donations are there. The Cash App link is there for anybody who feels like that I am making a genuine attempt at being a good YouTuber and wants to donate for the content and work that I do. I mean it. if you guys like, you all four don't have to stay in here, but if one lingers around in here just to watch and make sure, I'll start even doing it on my own. Because here's the thing, like we came on here to broadcast ourselves, so when people call, me an attention seeker or narcissist, whatever, it just, you're right. I did want attention by coming on YouTube in a certain way, but not in a narcissistic way. And I certainly didn't want negative people harassing me while I tried to do this. So that point, it's a mute point, and it's from a certain somebody that I'm not going to mention out of respect. I really wish they would drop. I mean, drop it. They even went out of their way to make a video the other day, like, that's just insane that you have that much hatred for me, because you really believe that I must have done that and did it to make it look like it was an accident. And for you to think that, that's just like Andrea getting mad at me for thinking that she could have reverse engineered that porn bomb. Like, I guess you share that common thinking trait with me then, because if you were able to think, of course that's happened, not in the same way, but it's happened before a few different times, a lot, that it makes people really do believe it. And it's not the first time it's brought up either, so maybe it's not her thinking, and that's just collectively what they thought. But it really was a fucking accident, and I know it could harm the person. Like me accidentally just even showing someone's name on accident, pure unintentional, didn't mean to accident. Still, if I was having larger streams and there are people in here screen recording other than Workyverse people, I could then potentially, yeah, have a problem. Uh, and so that is why I will never make that mistake again, especially this year in 2023. I promise you. I promise all of you that. Why do you think you've been seeing me put the BRB screen up? I've been making that a habit, little by little, just like I've been doing with making this only a 1 day a week thing if I'm talking about this shit. Hello, Ruski Relaxation. Miss Nina, Herbal tried to become close to me by making fun of me, and it never worked. And I tried to get him to straighten it up, and he kept trying to still get me to accept it, so it was a no-go. And that is why I have the thing with Herbal. But yeah, just like him the other day suggesting, I think Filthy needs to give him a call. Like, why are you suggesting that someone else break the law, Herbal? Are you too pussy to break the law yourself? Oh, shots fired. Well, for me to be able to drop the link to somebody IG or text, I'd have to have it, and I can't practically do that for everybody or situation. But I promise you this: if it's somebody I do not know, they will like that person that porn bomb last. They're gonna have to keep that fake video going for a long ass time, because I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna I'm gonna see, like when you're in my backstage and you get brought on, if you can't mimic what I'm doing to you on camera, because I'll go on my camera where you can see me, and then I see you, and if you don't mimic back what I'm doing on camera, like if it's a peace sign or whatever, then I know you're not real and you're not getting on. Army, I gotta address part of it. being about this sermon. Now, the next point I wanted to make on this sermon, besides broadcasting ourselves, what was the next crucial thing that this platform really was designed to do? Anybody know? If you do, put it in the comments. It's a big one. If someone gets this answer, I'll be very surprised. Here it goes. This platform was designed for individual channels to even create, like channels that are linked together and stuff, or channels that have shows, create community and mutual support for everyone for collective revenue generation. Now, obviously, there's going to be people that come on YouTube like that Eli guy or the latest guy that was trying to stalk that girl at Cracker Barrel and uh, went to the police station and got arrested. Like, there are going to be people that come on the platform that are not going to be able to participate in this because what they use this platform for, or the stuff they upload and things they do, it's not, they could participate in this in an isolated way with maybe very few isolated followers or some type of thing. And we do see that now with these I wouldn't call them troll, I would call them malicious, targeted individual communities. That's what they do. They have several different people on the internet who they watch, like, for example, like Moses had made a short with King Cobra where he said that he called the police on some of his trolls. He didn't say how that it went to links like mine. They were just talking shit and stuff to him. And he said, well, if you can't take that, get off the internet. Well, that's very small difference from what if King Cobra went on family vacations and shit and people was calling numbers he knew there was no way they were being found from the internet, or he gave out. Like, I think he would be having a little bit of a reaction different then and would be getting the police on that. Uh, you know, to have your neighbors, to have your family called on their holiday when you're up there visiting them in their house. Number one, you doing that made us look rude as fuck in a kind of way, because here we are up there, and because of us, in a sense, because of me, you freaked my aunt out filthy and ruined our spending time with them. I mean, you didn't ruin it completely, but you dampened it. You put a big dampen into it. If you kept going on, and if you still keep bothering her or anything like that, like, yeah, you don't fuck with my aunt. You don't fuck with any of them. They're all great women. Great women with great families, great careers, well respected, and they've always stayed faithful to my uncles. And none of my uncles or aunts deserve any shit from you. Period. And they don't want to hear you and have you call and tell fake shit about their father either, because their father is in more contact with them than I am. Their father talks to all of them weekly, so they don't need any check-ins from you. Let's just get that clear right out the book. My water situation, what are you talking about? Are you talking to say, oh, okay, my bad. There's no fuckery going on. You have a good one, Army. Take care. I'll see you later. Thank you. The other thing I want to talk about during this sermon. Wait, hold on. Whoops. Is that you have, well, let me put it this way. What do you guys think has been the most shocking thing I've seen on this platform? Anybody? This has been the most alarming thing I've seen this whole time I've been here. The arrogance of people openly threatening felonious acts at me or anyone while live or recording and uploading on the air on this platform. Yeah. The second thing is we're going to put, because it'd be right. Second most abhorrent thing I've seen on this platform this past year, and don't want to see any more this year, is this. And if anyone sees it on anyone or to anyone about anyone, whatever, report it. Another thing that I've had happen to me, third thing, third thing is the doxing of my relatives on YouTube for no reason except to create harassment for them to blame and hate me, like calling my aunt that night and my family. Basically, my family to blame it on me and hate me for it happening. That's the third most abhorrent thing I've seen, the biggest injustice of this all. Now, you want to know what the grand injustice of this all? This is crucial for everybody because this is what it means. This is what I've deduced now on YouTube since I started actively last March. This makes it safe for anyone new to come on YouTube like I did and be how they are, like showing myself and talking about certain things and being vulnerable, trying to make friends, even if I had never gotten into making trolling vids or vids talking about Johnny Goble's situation and got tangled up all and met all these people. Say that none of that happened. I just came on, did what I did, and just met other different. I guarantee you, one of these type of groups would have ended up targeting because there are other ones that I have seen and found. So, yeah. Anyone that comes on YouTube now, I would suggest that they always use an avatar while speaking. To see, most professional YouTubers and stuff, they show themselves when they're stream game playing and stuff like that, and I want to too, and I might as well. I've already been doxxed, everything, but that doesn't give people the right to keep continuing to doing it, and they are doing it, and they do this, and I'm gonna do this on the first day myself, as a way to say needs to stop. Since doxing is the malicious act, and I would say by tagging someone, I don't care. They're going to argue, well, it's a channel. It's my 14-year-old channel made out of ignorance. Still, even if that channel didn't exist, they would do this tag. Tagging my name or anyone else's legal name should get your account banned, in my opinion, for at least a month temporarily, maybe permanently, depending on how many times you've done it. For MC and some people, that's just, God. I mean, hell, you know, they've, and here's something else that's happened. This is the most disgusting thing of all that this pig has done, known as the filthy animal. Pictures, address, DOB. I think the only thing the motherfucker don't have is my damn social. Would any of you like that treatment? That's an honest question. Would any of you like that type of treatment? Would any of you be able to ignore things of this magnitude? Get that boxcar boys out of here trying to be like Rick and Moses. Do you see a co-host here? Do you see me talking about other people and disparaging them? No. So shut the fuck up. Yeah, thanks, Daniel. For real. We're not going to stop this sermon. We're getting almost to the close of the sermon, y'all. Don't worry. So besides doing that, what else has he done? No, not just him. What I'm about to put up on this screen is a 110% witnessed by a third party camera and neighbor's own eyes. And this is very conservative, I'll tell you that. MC and Filthy both combined have unwantedly, meaning made the first two calls and told no and then passed. Granddad and I both separately or together at least 50 times so far, and that is a fucking conservative ass estimate. This past year. And then this was the most offensive and scary thing to be told by another guy, to hear. And I hear it about once a fucking day. Every day in the evenings and stuff. I sit, when I'm reflecting on stuff, I sit and I hear this. And, you know, with the person just sending somebody or him himself being in here a while ago and mentioning the two vape shops yesterday, because they know I went to the vape shop yesterday because I said it in one of my streams over in Kennett. If you live in Kennett, then I promise you, uh, you may want to shut the fuck up and just go back and hide. And for the last time, and this is the last time I'm saying it, leave me alone online and offline. You are harassing me. You're harassing my granddad. This has been ongoing. You brought other people into it. You keep it going no matter if I change my streams up and stop talking about you, go offline for a few days or whatever. You keep it going, even if I try to extend peace and apologize for some of the things and don't react back. You keep it going no matter what, and you guys are finally going to have light brought on to you. So you just keep thinking you're strong as fuck, and I promise you, and this is the last highlighted note of the sermon, and that is this. You know, I used to think strength in humanity been weakened. I'm here to say now that I was a fucking idiot. Why? This is why. Oh, hold on. Damn it. I didn't want to make that a ticker. because the Lord, truth, basically, that's what the Lord is. He is the truth. He overcomes all evil and malicious intent and words like venom. The truth is the antidote. And despite this situation, my strength in humanity is not weakened, but grown and will continue to grow. And all God's people said, Amen. And they will say amen, and they will reject this lunacy and crap that the community on YouTube of 100 or so people loosely banded, known as the Workyverse, are not correct, nor right, nor are they doing good works on this platform. And that is the final intent of the message brought here today. I hope everybody has thoroughly enjoyed being here with me today. I thoroughly enjoyed being here with all of you. Yes, Miss K. Jeff, yes. Hello. No, I won't. Picture makes me a little suspicious of you, but if you're a good person, you're fine. Yeah, I can't either. Well, this was, like I said at the beginning, Army. I said a thing because I didn't want your man to think that I was copying him or anything, but I themed it as this so that on one day of the week, if I wanted to vent or whatever, I could do it. And I made it into I called it a sermon because it's going to be addressing what the issue really is with this stuff on YouTube. So in a way, I did have a sermon, but I'm not trying to mock religion, nor am I trying to steal Mike's sermon streams. These aren't even going to be weekly, probably. Well, at least not this first month. And I hope not to continue them. Probably won't have to, because I got told last night by a good friend that there are some big names, big, huge. I mean, totally huge names are about to shed some light on these people and stuff and everything. So I'm feeling a lot less worried, and I'm feeling better. And not only that, there are actual investigations going on, and I'm happy about it. There may even be one against me. But the funny part is, at the end of it, it's going to be on to someone else. Yeah. So let us end this sermon with a prayer. God, we come to you. Um, those of us that are here obviously aren't at church. We all have our reasons why, but we know, Lord, just as well as you know, that's where we should be. And but you knew I'd been thinking about this idea for a while, and you didn't make me feel bad about it. You just told me to time it properly. So I hope I did, or at least that's the feeling I felt. Maybe you were wrong and didn't like it the whole time, Lord. If so, I'm sorry. Truly. I mean, but I mean no disrespect to Mike or religion in general, and that's from the heart. Um, I wish that you would bless the people of the Workyverse and make their lives fulfilled. Help give them the strength, Lord, to overcome the obstacles in their life, and bless them. Bless them and make them feel joy. And oh, yes, I didn't. Wow, okay. You gonna get mad, Army Vet? All right. If you're not mad, then tell me why. I just happened to look up and see that. I'm trying to finish this prayer. Anyways, Lord, if you would give them peace, please, and watch and pray over their families. I have no hostility towards them. I wish them nothing but the best, and I hope that they would soon find actual different type of content to work on and stop bullying people and cyber mobbing people and going after people like Iceman or No Life Mike or me or Slap by Slap, any of these people, you are the Lord and Judge, and you only gave rain to the peacekeepers of our nation, Lord. You are not a God of vigilante justice, and neither should we as a people be, especially when there is no villain. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Amen. Okay, everyone, have a great day. I'm going to send us off with the ending. I want you guys to know, like I said at the beginning of the video, Army, I hope you watch it. I truly, again, people say, oh, copycat. There's so many people that are doing a sermon type stream today. This is just my version of it, but I am not copying anyone. If that was the case, I would have started doing it like a while back when he first done it, and I didn't. So, anyways, everyone have a great day. You a fan of Jim? Jim who? You talking about PBR? No. Anyways, James, we're heading out for the end. I hope everyone enjoyed the stream. Thank you for coming out. Please like. Make sure your bell is turned on for all notifications. Thank you, Miss Nina. I will check out your channel, James. Daniel Armstrong, you have a great day, sir. Peace to you and Amy. Dumb Genius, thanks for coming out. Peace to you. KJF, Army Vet, peace to you, Army Vet. I hope we ain't got no issues. Mike and you. Peace to Jen and all the No Life Mike family. Peace to the Iceman and everybody, the Gene Team regime. Y'all take care. Be good. And do the right thing. And you all know what it is. Peace out. Squareworks Media is out. 1 second. In transmission, y'all. In transmission. Hold on. Let's get her going. Get her good. Oh.